Hello, welcome to Fletch and South, the best bits today, live from Stoke as they welcome Manchester City to an extremely windy Britannia Stadium. We've got a great show lined up today, but especially exciting for the ladies, Rob.
Exciting for the ladies?
Exciting for the ladies. 50 saves of Shay.
If they're doing well in the league, I don't think anybody has to like him, do they?
I think he's all right.
Yeah, I disagree with him. I think
it's all right having
they
possession, but it's the pace that they have the possession.
No, I agree, but I think United must have known what they were getting when he came.
Exactly.
Because that's,
I think if he was managing Doncaster, no disrespect to them, I think you can do whatever you want as long as you get results. I think if you're managing Manchester United, you should be above all that. You can't go to Real Madrid and play like the way they're playing now, or Barcelona, and then come out and say, oh, we're getting results. They're not even top of the league.
But, Mac, if they played open football with Man City and with Bayern and with Real, now...
Like they did 4 years ago.
I know, but they would get beat comfortably, don't you think?
I don't know. But after you're spending £250 million, Owen,
I agree, I don't
and
disagree.
after winning the league 3 years ago, surely something is drastically wrong. I know he's sold Di Maria and brought in £100 million, but he's actually gone out and spent £250 million. And the way they're playing, I just can't fathom it. I can't.
And I put Gary Neville ahead of Gareth Southgate for him. Yes, I would. But every single day
Alan Pardew or anybody like that, you put him ahead of all of them with 5 months of coaching.
Me personally, I would have Gary Neville. Yes, next England manager. Certainly ahead of Southgate. And who else did you say?
Well, anyway, Pardew, any English manager who might get offered the job.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
You'd put him ahead of
that's
that?
why I would. It's just my opinion.
Okay. So based on what?
Based on. His career at Manchester United was magnificent. He's been in the coaching setup now for a couple of years.
Yeah, but he's been awful.
He's what? Yeah,
well,
he's not the manager, Macca. He's not been the manager.
Surely he must have an impact somewhere.
Well, you were so QPR's bad form when you were a coach. Was that down to you?
He must have an impact somewhere.
Yes, you got to have an impact,
how much of it did you?
Could you pick some responsibility?
No, but it's not down to him. He's the coach.
Why would he take? Why would he be coach of England if he's going to have no responsibility and no say in anything?
I just think he'd be the next thing. I think if Roy wins the Euros, which I can't see it, there's not a debate. Not a debate.
Gaz's attention to detail to everything is bordering on OCD.
That's why I called him busy, because
honestly, his ability
yeah.
to focus on things is incredible, and I think that attention to detail in management will be important.
Oh, it was funny. I got into the shower after that game. I was thinking, right, I came on, scored a goal, we lost, but manager hardly ever played me. He got into the shower and he was fuming away, and I was sort of washing my hair, quick to get out, and he said, by the way, did you get a touch on that goal today, or was it just? And I thought, you. It was a milestone goal. Even when I scored, he wasn't that.
We've got an eye on the trending table today. Darren, as you can see, Alexis Sanchez is number 2 because he could have been killed this week, right?
Because of that, Arsene Wenger claims that Alexis Sanchez could have been killed after being pushed towards that camera in the Norwich match. Have you? This is mad, isn't it?
I'm delighted. We need him. We can't have him dying. You know what I mean? That would really be a nightmare for the injury list, wouldn't it?
Brian Clough or Sir Alex Ferguson?
Oh, righty.
Brian Clough.
Oh, righty.
I just love him. Obviously played against both of them, and I think Alex Ferguson is just unbelievable and brilliant. And I'd love to have played for him as well, but I think Brian Clough is just so much fun to be able to play under him. I think. He wanted you though, didn't he?
He phoned me, and I thought it was my mate phoning me up. And I can't say what I said to him, mate. I thought it was my mate. He actually phoned me when I was in the middle of my Tottenham career. I want you to come and play for Nottingham Forest. And I was like, oh, it is him, and I'd love to have played for him. I would love to have played.
So who? Brian Clough or Alex?
Clough.
Yeah. Wow.
Charismatic bloke.
Well, Clough was before my time, so I'm going to go for Fergie. I mean, what he done at Manchester United at one club, and such a big club as well, was unbelievable.
What about you?
Absolutely.
Brian Clough.
Yes. Yes or no? What's up with you?
I've got a trophy in there. Well, it's a leg, and it's about that size, and it's a bronze leg. And then at the back of the calf, there's a huge big bite taken out the back. And on it just said, Norman Hunter, bite your legs. It's in the toilet somewhere.
What he did mention there, though, was the winter break. You've played in the Premier League without one and in the Bundesliga with one. What are the benefits?
I think the Premier League needs one, first of all. I think mentally you get a break. I think you get to spend Christmas with your family. I think physically you get time to rest. We used to get about 2 weeks off 2.5 weeks, and then we used to go to a training camp in Dubai for about 2 weeks. So you used to get some sun, rest, build up again, and regenerate. I think it's.
That's a month. That's a month without a game.
So it's the incentive, Michael, of a free holiday from the club.
But you don't play
in
less
Dubai.
games in a season. You're going to have to squeeze them in somewhere.
I know.
I think they need to be able to do it here, because I think towards the end of the season we run out of steam in some of the big games in the Champions Leagues, and I think the players are tired, and I just think at some point everybody needs to have a bit of common sense and realise that we need even if it's a week. I think we should have a winter break.
This is tough coming to Stoke, though. I've got to say it's the hardest place in the Premier League.
Is it?
Is it really?
By a country mile, in my opinion.
Why?
Yeah. It's hostile. The fans are hostile. And it's difficult for the away teams as well. I can remember standing next to a well-known manager. I was fourth official, and he said, "I hate coming to Stoke. I hate it." And I said, "Well, you only have to come once as an away manager. I have to come about 6 or 7 times a season." And then he got sacked next week, and the following month he got a new job, and his first away game was here.
So you think, as a referee, this is the hardest place to referee in the Premier League?
The hardest place, I think, yeah. I gave a penalty to Liverpool in the first minute of a game on Boxing Day a couple of years ago. Luis Suarez at this end, at the boothing end, went down. He got pulled by Ryan Shawcross after about 20 seconds.
Merry Christmas.
Liverpool fans think I gave them nothing, but it's a clear penalty. It's not the case. Clear penalty. The dog's abuse I got. But, you give what you see. You give what's right for the game, don't you? And you're strong and you don't always get it right. But you have to be mentally resilient here as a ref.
That's all for Fletch and Sav this week. Hope you enjoyed it.
Keep tweeting to @Fletch and Sav in the week, and we'll see you next Saturday from 10 a.m. for Norwich v Everton.